Treasurer Fleming, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I'll be brief because I know we're short on time. I come here in support of HB 7. I'm also opposed to the expropriation of land for this purpose, and I'm also opposed to the underlying technology of carbon capture and sequestration. I served 2 years as head of the Federal Economic Development Department, and I'm also have been a business owner for over 40 years, still have 350 employees among my businesses. And I don't see that this is economic development at all. Making Louisiana a toxic dumping ground in order to satisfy some requirements in Europe about CO2 emissions makes no sense to me at all. Now, the present administration, President Trump, is moving away from subsidizing the so-called Green New Deal type of technologies, mainly wind and solar. He calls them scams. He has never come out and said that he is in favor of carbon capture and sequestration. In fact, the Secretary of Interior came out and said he opposes carbon capture and sequestration.
Did the
Representative Domain.
did the honorable treasurer put in a white card or a red card?
He did put in a white card.
Okay.
Thank you.
Speaking in opposition.
Thank you.
Yeah, I actually tried to put in a green card, but the speaker said I had to put in a white card. So I'll let y'all figure out the color of cards. But my position stands as it is. So ultimately, right now we have a $39 trillion national debt, up from $5.7 trillion only 25 years ago. And to add hundreds of billions of dollars, 45Q tax credits makes no sense at all.
Representative Domain for point of order.
The debate's not on 45Q tax credits. The debate is on eminent domain. So can we please keep the debate on eminent domain?
Yes, let's let him finish his 3 minutes and then we can go to questions. Thank you.
Yes. So in any event, I remain in favor of HB 7 and in opposition, of course, to carbon capture and sequestration, and I'll be happy to take any questions.
Thank you. We do have questions. Representative Zarang for a question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Treasurer, afforded the opportunity for the Speaker Pro Tem to maybe correct some regret that he may have. I'll offer it to you. You mentioned that the president is not in favor of the Green New Deal. I agree for
No,
wind.
sir, that's not what I said.
You said
I said he has never made a statement in favor of carbon capture and sequestration.
Well, I have literature that says otherwise. But one of the things I wanted to ask you was that as a member of Congress in 2014 in the Energy and Water Appropriations Act, which you voted on for over $200 million in federal carbon capture programs and voted on several occasions in support of carbon capture. I'm just wondering, do you regret that vote?
Again, that's misinformation. We've done a full analysis, including AI. There was no carbon capture and sequestration legislation from 2009 to 2017, which are the years I served. 45Q was passed in 2008. The actual CCS didn't spin up until 2018, and of course it came to Louisiana in 2020.
Well, the information proves otherwise in terms of what's actually within that bill.
Well, I defy anyone to bring that forward. I know the governor has made that statement. We've analyzed it over and over again. We can find no legislation. There was no debate while I was in Congress, not on CCS. And by the way, I'll say I'm fully in favor of traditional energy. I voted for all of the traditional energy bills that we had when I was in Congress and still support it.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative Zarang. Representative Reiser for a question. Okay, everyone, let's try to reel it in. Back on to House Bill 7, please. We're very short on time. Representative Reiser.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Treasurer, good to see you this afternoon. Yes. You were a member of Congress in 2015, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, in 2015, you voted North American Energy Security Infrastructure Act, which included an entire section on capture, utilization, sequestration, and advancement of CCS. Would you like to comment on that?
Yes, sir. Again, that section 1109, it called for study and accountability of the technology of carbon capture and sequestration. It did not implement or fund it in any way.
It's identified as H.R. 8, and it's in the Senate and the Chamber, and it's a Modernization Infrastructure Act that did promote that, though. I've got a copy of it.
I wasn't in the Senate. I was in the
If you'd like
House.
to look at it. It's H.R.
Again, we have done analysis for the full 8 years.
Would you
There's
like a
no
copy of that?
Well, I have people who have made all kind of statements,
Well,
and when you bring them forward, we
Yeah, I
cannot
have it right
find
here if
any.
you'd like. You'd
and
like to
you
copy
say
it?
that implements carbon capture and sequestration.
You want to read? I can read it back through. Modernization and protecting infrastructure.
Well, that's a title, yes, but that doesn't implement anything.
It's promoting the modernization and protecting
I'm all
the
for
infrastructure. sir.
modernization.
Okay, well, inside
Representative
that, it states that clearly.
It says what clearly?
It says clearly. Okay, it goes through. You go on page 2. Increase accountability with respect to carbon capture,
Yes,
utilization,
accountability.
and sequestration projects.
Accountability and study, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been studied enough, and there sure isn't enough accountability.
I guess we're reading that in two different respects.
Well, that
on
does not implement or fund carbon capture and sequestration.
It is, in my opinion, it is.
Well, it may be in your opinion, sir, but that's not the truth.
Well, we hold a different degree on that.
We'll have to.
All right.
Shall we do?
And by the way, Representative Reiser and I are good friends.
You are good friends, and I
can tell.
Thank you for clarifying that. Difference of opinion among friends.
Okay. Thank you, Representative Reiser. Rep. Domain for a final question for Treasurer Fleming here on information. Thank you.
Thank you. And I just want to clarify, are you here in your capacity as state treasurer or as U.S. Senate candidate?
I'm here as state treasurer and as a private citizen.
Did you take a day's leave to be here today?
I have no idea what that's about.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you, Representative
you.
Domain. Treasurer Fleming, thank you for being here, and there are no final questions.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Have a great day.